What's up, everyone? Welcome back to those for the PvP Legacy. Today, I want to be answering a very simple question. Does tilting your keyboard change your gameplay? Now, we've all seen content creators, streamers, basically anyone, any like pro player on like any game ever. You'll always see them having their keyboard positioned in a very specific way. Never usually in the classic, like a 90-degree angle, just completely flat. They'll have it like tilted or like slanted or I don't know, maybe like gaming like on their neck or something. I don't know. They have very, very strange tendencies to do things with their keyboards that aren't very natural. So today I want to see if I, a very pro gamer, as we all know, if I could have any performance decreases or increases dependent on the orientation of my keyboard. And to prove that I'm able to do this, allow me to show you my webcam that you can see in the bottom left. These are my hands, please. No pictures, but this is to prove that I can orientate my keyboard every which way. And the more games we play, the more crooked and awkward this is gonna get for me. So on to the first game. Alright, so starting off, we're going to be using how I natively use my keyboard. This is, kind of how I would assume most people would use their keyboard. This is standard by default how one would use their keyboard. You probably can't tell too badly because of how I have this camera set up. It's not set up in the greatest position. I literally have it mounted on my microphone because the cord isn't long enough, so I can't have like the amazing streamer top-down perspective. Is this guy for real? Are you serious right now? Is this seriously how we're playing the video? I whiffed. I can't believe I missed. So yeah, my camera setup is probably really bad, so you probably can't tell, but it's straight. Alright. You could probably take a leveler to this and it's very straight, I promise. I very, very rarely ever like tilt my keyboard, and the only times I'd like ever do it is to like prop it up in like a more comfortable way, because we all know we have that little gremlin pose we all sit in. All right, we all know it. We all gremlin pose every once in a while, and sometimes we have to situate our keyboard. Is this guy making excuses? Lol. Nerd. All right, let's PvP. Let's go. I have things to get to. I don't have time to be worrying about your mouse. Sucks to be you. All right, next game. All right, so this time I'm going to kind of slightly tilt it, not too much, but kind of enough so it looks like it makes a difference. Again, you probably can't tell very much. My camera setup is terrible, but trust me, we're gonna get absolutely wonky here in like a few games. I promise. I just gotta learn to aim, which is clearly something I struggle at. Well, doesn't matter. Win anyway. Simply that good. So the first, it was my native keyboard layout setup. It's standard. This does feel a little weird. I will not lie, but it's not too bad. This is manageable. Most definitely manageable. See, and yep, just win the trades, pog. All right, now we move on to the next game. All right, this time I'm going to orientate it a little bit more. Now we're a little bit more crooked and sideways. This feels unnatural, I won't lie. I'm probably going to start, like, fat fingering buttons the more crooked we get. I mean, who knows? Maybe I have the ability to just master all the ways of keyboards, That maybe it doesn't matter how crooked my keyboard is. I'm like the Avatar. I can harness all the ways. I'm just that good, Just so good at Minecraft. It doesn't matter how crooked my keyboard is. I can still win. Oh man, I have a lot of energy right now, and I'm not really sure why. I mean, I can probably blame it on my uneaten dry honeycomb cereal that I had, paired with like an orange flavored energy drink, but usually energy drinks don't actually like do much for me, and if they do anything for me, it's like very minimal. Maybe I'm just really hyped about breaking my fingers to play Minecraft. Maybe that's what I'm happy about. Because I mean, after all, who doesn't want to do that? You know, like, because you know, if you're not like destroying your hand, are you really playing Minecraft? All right, time to tilt it a little more. This feels up. It's like stuck on. I have so many things on my desk. I need to. I do need to clean. I should have cleaned my desk before doing this, but I was more concerned on how I was gonna set up my camera because I don't have a long enough cord for it. Unfortunately, but I don't, you know, have money for a new one. But you know, it's fine. I'm sure you guys can see how wonky it is. Like, but if I were to like describe the feeling to you, it's unnatural for sure, right? It's not something that I'm used to. I'm sure if you like, you know, you play like this, you're probably super used to it. I am not. Okay? I am most definitely not used to it. Like, I have to reach to press the enter button now. Type in GG feels wrong now. Because now it's, like, super strange. I don't know how people play like this all the time. Like, my mouse hand feels, like, restricted now for whatever reason. Like, I feel like I have less control. I mean, I'm still winning, but I feel like that's just natural talent. Nah, I win again. Alright, gotta rotate it even more now. I have to actually make room on my desk to orientate it more. Alright, here we go. I have to, like, lean over now. This is so strange. I have to, like... I have to lean over. Like, my shoulder feels, like, heavy. Alright, let's PvP, nerd. You have no idea the restrictions I've placed upon myself just to PvP you. Oh, I'm fat fingering buttons. I figured this was gonna happen. Alright, gotta get back in there. Never let them know your next move. Never let them know you're handicapped. See, there you go. He'll never know. See, he has no idea that I'm actually breaking my shoulder to PvP him right now. Right? He thinks I'm like some like god at Minecraft. I mean, probably not. I am like missing a lot of hits and like taking a lot of hits, but you know what? Fine. This is like surprisingly getting more and more difficult. I thought I'd be able to handle this fairly easily, considering I know all the buttons without having to look at my keyboard. I know that sounds like a super simple thing that most gamers should possess right now, because it's like, I remember, like, back in the day, like, my console days, when, like, whatchamacallit, when being able to use your controller behind your head was, like, considered, like, masterclass gamer, because you didn't have to look at the controller to press R3. Does anyone else remember that? I do. Alright, I may not be able to type without looking at my keyboard, but I can very easily game most times. Depends on the buttons, but I usually make keybinds that I'm like comfortable with and can remember fairly easily, so it's not that bad. Just gotta beat this guy. Alright, I win. Now we gotta rotate it even more now. Alright, here we go. Bang. A full 90-degree turn. Oh, this is so awkward. How do I actually have space to do it. I don't have elbow room. Alright. Find WASD. That one now. I'm having to use the scroll wheel. Oh my god, I'm fat fingering so many buttons. No. No. No, I can do this. That's the wrong button. Please stop bow spamming me. I still managed to take his shield. We both pearled in the same direction. Alright. 2. Oh, I pressed F1! Bro, my chapstick is getting in the way of my palm. Cringe. Huh. How am I winning? GG. Okay, get that out of there. This is definitely far harder than I thought it would be. Why do people play like this? This is so much more difficult and unnecessary strain for your hand. Oh, that's not my sword. That's not my sword. The combos. Never drop the combo. I have to, like, lean into my microphone. I hope I'm not, like, ear raping you guys, because, like, I have to lean into my... to, like, actually perform anything of what I'm doing. Huh. 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 Mm. Mm. No! It's okay. I think we got him on the run. I'm kind of winning. But I don't know if I'm able to access my potions or not, because I don't know if my fingers will allow this. It's like a workout for my hand. I don't like it. If I wanted to train grip strength, I'll grab one of those grip strength trader thingies. I don't know. I win! Yes! Alright, so that was strange, I won't lie, alright? Like, going from, like how I natively use it to, like, slightly, like, going, like, more and more and more, like, wasn't too bad. Like, how I have it right now, not too bad. It's not too shabby. Not, you know, like, about, like, here is, like, comfortable and usable, but, like, the moment we get to, like that, it's like, bro, what are you doing? My wrists, my poor wrists, my fingers, they start, like, snapping just to, like, reach the buttons. So it's not too bad, like, kind of around the halfway point. I thought it would be a lot easier, you know. I thought I could, like, master all these elements. I was sorely wrong. I mean, I won, like, every single fight, even with these absurd circumstances I've placed upon myself. But, you know, it's a little difficult, you know. I'll give it to you. Maybe that's why the pros always have, you know, they always have it like that, because they're pros. You know, they have the finger techniques to press these buttons, you know. That's why they do it. We've unlocked the secrets. That's why they can do it. So does having your keyboard set differently change performance? Yes, absolutely. Especially if you're not, like, used to it. If it's uncomfortable, then yes. Yes, it does. Other than that, it's all about preference, I think. I think it's all about what you choose to have your keyboard set up. But me personally, I don't like it. I like it being straight. Makes it easier to press all of my buttons. But yeah, I hope you guys found this video very informational. It was a very quick one, actually. I was surprised. I was very surprised. I was hoping this, or I was assuming that this was gonna take, like, way longer, because I was gonna, like, lose because I suck at the video game. But turns out I am actually good at video games, so I was able to win. So that's nice. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.